Well, I don't think it would make much difference whether we call it a cultural product or anything else. Of course, to some extent, it's a cultural product. I mean, the religions most people believe in, the ones that they were born with, or part of the communities they were born into. But recognizing that is not going to lessen the hostilities or the tensions that are there, because I think the reasons for those are social, political, and as I said earlier, to do with more general anxieties, which are not always very focused. But when people are frightened, the first things that they're going to react against are minorities, alien minorities, or minorities that look alien, and the people who supposedly have power, the elites, who are blamed for making life difficult. Um, it might do, but well, it depends on the political system. In a basically two-party system like Britain or the United States, for that matter, having a splinter party that's religious, that kind, doesn't make any difference. In countries with proportional representation, where you have coalition governments of many parties, there are, of course, religious parties. You have Christian Democrats, you have Christian parties of various kinds. And it's very possible that there will be Islamic parties of that nature. The problem with forming an Islamic party, and there have been people who've tried, is that there is no such thing as an Islamic community. They're very divided. They come from very different cultures. There is a schism between the Shiites and the Sunnis and so on. So it's difficult for Muslims to make a common political cause, even though from the outside, from the non-Muslim perspective, they all may look like one great monolith. Well, yes, because without compromise, you can't have a liberal system, liberal democratic system. That's the name of the game. And so you'd have to have compromises. And in fact, on a daily basis, we have compromises. The question is, where do you draw the line? And are there things that you cannot compromise with? And I would draw the line always at the use of violence or the threat of the use of violence. If people use violence or threaten violence to impose their views on others, that's something that cannot be tolerated or compromised with.